Hey everybody, it's Nick. How are you? How relieved are we all to be out of election chaos? Thank God. The crazy thing about real estate during COVID and the election, it seems, is that it doesn't really matter. People are still buying houses. People are still listing their houses. It was a little quiet last week as we were all kind of holding our breath watching the news, if you will. But luckily things have kind of evened out this week. I'm taking these off. Whew. Our numbers with regard to the amount of sales and sales prices for October hit the fourth straight month of going up, and outperforming our numbers from 2019, which is astounding every month when we see these numbers. So they are still going up. The election did not seem to sway any of that. Today is Friday and things are already kind of like this week was zipped back to normal. And I wanted to mention that I've had a handful of off-market opportunities, which if you were thinking of selling or not sure if you wanted to full on put your house on the market. I did have a property a couple weeks ago that I was able to close on that we never went to market. Everything was done kind of in-house privately, and that was the way that the seller and the buyer preferred it. So that is happening a handful here and there, and I do have some colleagues that are experiencing that as well. And so what we're doing right now is mostly prepping for 2021. I have clients whom are moving to the area in the spring. I have clients that are moving out of the area in the spring. I have others whom are having conversations with their accountants now about how they might want to make their equity work for them while we are still at historic lows with regard to the interest rates. The interest rates are still crazy low, guys. So if you're in a house and you're not thinking of selling anytime soon, it might be fruitful to have a conversation about refi, because if you haven't refied in 2020, you for sure don't have the lowest rate that you could have. I refied in January and actually am going to refi again because the rates are already so much lower. And it just makes sense whether you're short-term, long-term in your home, but I'm happy to give you a referral or have a further discussion about that if you'd like more information. And along those lines with information, again, numbers have gone up every single month over the last 4 months. If you want to know where you fall in that, I am happy to give you a comparative market analysis, which would be specific to your home. Also, if you want something a little more general, just to know what's happening in the neighborhood, I'm happy to pull together a report that would just be neighborhood specific. So you can just kind of see the averages that are happening in a more micro landscape as opposed to just Los Angeles as a whole, which is obviously what's going on in one part of Los Angeles might not be applicable to another part of Los Angeles. So I'm always here to help if you need any referrals. I've had lots of people reaching out for plumbers, or I had someone who needed an appliance person, or I had somebody who needed somebody who could just come in and do a real deep sage, which I feel like we could all use right now. Please reach out, drop me a note on social media or email or call. I love to connect and hear how everyone's doing during this crazy time when we don't get to see each other so often. So sending lots of love out there, stay safe, and hopefully we will get to see you in person real soon. Take care. Thanks.